how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a positions of flexion back workout. And this is one of my favorite styles of training where you work all your major muscle groups through the mid-range, fully stretched, and peak contraction ranges of motion. Now, when it comes to back training, not all exercises can perfectly fit into one or the other. I mean, certain body parts are more suited to positions of flexion than others. And in the case of back, a lot of the exercises have some gray area or some carryover, meaning that they could literally be a mid-range move, it could be a peak contraction move, or a fully stretched move, depending on how you emphasize the exercise. So I'm going to cover that in our video and when I'm doing the demos, because again, certain moves, you could literally be considered, hey, this might be a mid-range move, or it could be a peak contraction move, or even a stretch move, depending on how you perform the exercise and what aspects of it you emphasize. So let's just jump right into it now. I'm going to do a full back workout, starting with the warm-up, right on through the all the major exercises, covering the different ranges of motion. Now, before you hit the weight room floor, it's important to warm up. And my personal favorite warm-up exercise is the cardio rowing machine. I like to do this before every workout, but it's especially good for a back workout because it's one of the few cardio machines that actually engages your entire back. And as you're doing this exercise, you can change the way that you row. I like to row overhand grip to my midsection, overhand grip to my face, almost like a face pull, and you can even do an underhand grip row just to hit your back from different positions and help warm up all the muscles, tendons, and ligaments. And now we're going to get into a mid-range rowing exercise with the T-bar row. And I really like this move because it's easier on the lower back compared to regular bent over barbell rows. I mean, due to the angle that you're pulling the bar, you can keep your body more upright, and this will take stress off that lower back. So if you do have any lower back issues, try the T-bar row in your next back workout, and you may find it a more comfortable rowing variation. Now for this one, we're going to do 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. Next in the back workout, we're going to do some pull-ups, and this is a good overhead mid-range pulling exercise. Now if you're not strong enough to do pull-ups, you can use the assisted pull-up machine, or you could even do a pull-down variation instead. But if possible, I'd recommend doing body weight pull-ups and shoot for 3 sets of at least 10 repetitions per set. Now we're going to move on and do a fully stretched exercise for the lats with the pullover machine. And this is one of my favorite back exercises because it's a strict pullover variation. I mean, if you don't have access to a pullover machine, you can do a dumbbell pullover or a barbell pullover. But if you do have a pullover machine such as this, then I would highly recommend incorporating it in your workouts. Now, the benefits of doing pullovers is that it's literally like stretching with weights. You're going to work through a full range of motion, really get a deep stretch throughout your lats and your entire torso, and this is going to help to spur on new muscle growth. I mean, one of the things you'll find when you incorporate stretch exercises in your workouts is that you'll get a better pump in that muscle. Now, another variation that you can try is the underhand grip pullover, and this one's going to work more of the lower lats. Now, I like to incorporate both variations. So what I'll do is I'll start off with a set of overhand grip pullovers, rest a minute, do a set of underhand grip pullovers, and just keep alternating back and forth and do a few sets of each. And this will really give you a good pump in the lats and help to stretch out those muscles. So when you're doing pullover variations, focus on moderate weight and a really deep stretch. The weight is secondary compared to the range of motion. So you want to focus on a good stretch, time under tension, and make sure to get at least 10 repetitions per set. After the fully stretched moves, we're going to move on to the peak contraction exercises, starting with the seated row machine. And when you do a seated chest-supported row, this is a very strict rowing variation, and it allows you to get a good peak contraction in your lats. So what I want you to do is really focus on holding that peak contraction. Row the handles in as far as you can and hold it for a second to really engage your lats and to activate that peak contraction aspect of the exercise. Don't go trying to rush through them and kind of swing and use momentum. This is a very strict movement. So moderate weight, strict form, and do around 3 sets of 10 plus repetitions. Now we're going to do another peak contraction exercise with the lat pull down. And this is a good overhead pulling move. And even though this looks kind of similar to the pull-ups that we did earlier, the fact that it's a pull-down machine means that you can use lighter weight, stricter form, and really engage the peak contraction aspect of the exercise. So what I want you to do is slow down your repetition cadence and purposely hold the bar at chest height and really squeeze your lats at the bottom of each repetition. So don't go swinging the weights, don't go kind of using momentum or anything like that. Focus on slow, controlled form and a really strict peak contraction at the bottom of each repetition. And with this one, we're going to do 3 sets of at least 10 reps per set and really focus on squeezing your lats with each rep. And this last exercise is an optional move that you can include with your back workouts. It's the reverse Pec Deck Fly. Now, a lot of people do this movement with their shoulder workouts because it's a rear delt exercise. But when you look at it, your rear delts are really just part of your upper back. So this is a nice finishing move to include with a back workout to really get a good peak contraction throughout your entire upper back. Now, the same thing applies. I'm going to do 3 sets of at least 10 repetitions per set, really focusing on squeezing and contracting your back muscles hard at the completion of each repetition. And to quickly recap our back workout, we started off with some cardio rowing as a general overall warm-up. Then we did the T-bar row for 3 sets of 8 plus reps. After that, did some pull-ups for 3 sets of 10 reps, or basically 3 sets of as many reps as you can do. Then we did the pull-over to really stretch out the lats, 3 sets of 10 plus reps, followed by seated rows to really hit the peak contraction aspect of the lats. Again, 3 sets, 10 plus reps. After that, we did some lat pull downs to work the lats from an overhead position, 3 sets of 10 reps. And we finished things off with the reverse fly to really isolate the upper back. So there you go. That's a complete positions of flexion back workout that you can try for yourself. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to post those down in the comments section below. And stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.